Okay, I went and pulled our target at 100 yards. This is my first 4-shot group with the 7WSM. We pulled the 7WSM barrel, put the 308 barrel on at an unknown zero. Was aiming at this dot. It came up here and shot this group. Now, this is not a load tune for the 22-inch DTA barrel. It's actually my load from the 26-inch barrel. But that's the 5-shot group there. 4 of those kind of touching, one just outside. Probably could have got them a little bit better if I had slowed down a little bit, trying to keep the video short, so I wanted to get through the shooting. We took the 308 barrel out, put in the 6.5x47 Lapua barrel. It might seem to like that load really good after it gets shot a little bit and the barrel is broke in. At this point right now, those are the first 5 rounds fired out of that barrel. It's a custom 3-group barrel made for us by Benchmark Barrels. Jerry and Ron and crew do an absolutely great job in their barreling for our DTA rifles. Then we put the 7WSM barrel back in the gun. This was the first shot. This was the second shot, and this is the third, 4th, and 5th. 3, 4, and 5 just kind of went into one little ragged hole. It walked back up to its return to zero on the 3rd shot. This probably got something to do with barrel harmonics. Any of you that read Chris Long's barrel harmonic theory could probably understand. It's kind of like when you have a can on a gun and off a gun. You shoot a group without the can and you put the can on there, and it takes a couple shots to walk to the group with the suppressor. Then you can take the suppressor off and it takes a couple shots to walk back to the group with a no can zero. They don't just immediately jump back and forth. So I can contribute this to barrel harmonics. That's good enough for me. That's basically within about an inch of return to zero group. But it walked back in and put 3 shots in this one hole. So I'm pretty happy with that. First groups with the 7WSM, then the 308 barrel we put in, then the 6.5x47 Lapua barrel we put in, and then we come back to the 7WSM barrel. Now what you would do is you would record your difference in zeros between each barrel, and those other 2 barrels will probably settle down a little bit once they get broke in. But you just know that this group right here is 4.5 minutes high, and this group right here is 6 minutes high, whatever it is, and then you record how far right it is, like 2 minutes right, and then 4 minutes right, or 3 3/4 minutes right, judging by the reticle. The scope has an MPR1 reticle in it, which is MOA at 100 yards. So what I would do is I would record the difference between my 7WSM barrel and either the 308 or the 6.5x47. And then when I swap the barrels out, I'd make that correction on my scope, re-zero my knobs, and I'd be good to go. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the Desert Tactical Arms Stealth Recon Scout Rifle, and we'll do more of this return to zero testing in the future to kind of check on this return to zero and harmonic theory.